Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is RVB Baker Jr., creator of Chocolate Buddha, and you are here at the Chocolate Buddha Hour. And I bring you our wonderful guest of today, Ilana Rojas, woo, of Let's Roar.
Thank you,
Thanks for
thank
joining
you.
us today.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. We're going to just jump right into this today with my first question of several questions. Um, could you tell us a little bit about Let's Roar? I know a lot about it because I'm a big fan, but can you tell us and the audience about Let's Roar?
So, Let's Roar is a company I started in 2021, and it's a jewelry and activewear company for men and women. So, I have plated stainless steel, waterproof, non tarnish, and hypoallergenic jewelry, and then just different unique pieces for loungewear and activewear. So, it's kind of like versatile. And I have a actual storefront or a store inside the mall at Eden Prairie Center here in Minnesota.
And I can personally attest that the clothing is comfortable. I wish I had my shirt, one of my shirts on today. My favorite one is the polo pink shirt that I have. Um, Wonderful clothing. If you ever get a chance to eat Prairie, go ahead and check that out. But I know that you do a lot more than have the store. So can you share with everybody what else you do outside of running the store? Let's Roar.
Yes, so I am in the Air National Guard as a maintenance management analyst, and right now I'm also learning to be in the mock and debrief position. I also work at the gym, Lifetime Gym, once a week to teach Spanish at the Kids Academy. And what else? I feel like I always have so many different side hustles. But yeah, so that's the main thing. And right now I'm actually preparing for a short TDY, short deployment in Japan next week for a month and a half, and then early next year it's going to be Africa deployment for 4 months.
You stay busy. Every time I come there, you're doing something different. But tell us, how did you get into the business? And when I say the business of your clothing line, Let's Roar, what got you into the business?
So I've always wanted to be my own boss. After college, I realized I couldn't work for someone else, and being in the office was not for me. I love jewelry. I love working out. So I wanted to provide jewelry that is good for my skin because I have sensitive skin and is affordable without me buying real gold or real jewelry that will last. And as far as working out, I want to be able to represent my own brand instead of continuing to represent already $1 billion company, right? And behind Let's Roar, I have my mission. Being in the military, I have experience, sexual harassment, and I have a lot of battle buddies that have gone through that. So with Let's Roar, I really wanted to make sure that I have a mission and the message behind it. So what Let's Roar actually means is speak up, stand up, support sexual assault survivors, and having that voice and community for us and be able to stand up and report. So that's really the main message and mission with Let's Roar, and that's why I also donate a portion of my revenue to help military sexual assault survivors, and also currently, I'm also helping the children's shelter in Cebu, which is the island I'm from in the Philippines.
Thank you. Thank you so much for what you do, not just in business for everybody. And you know that that's kind of like my background too for sexual harassment and sexual assault prevention. So I think it's very important that you get your flowers right now for what you're doing and to keep doing that. We're talking about entrepreneurship. Have you always been an entrepreneur? How did you get into this entrepreneurship business?
I haven't always been an entrepreneur. I worked for other companies up until like a little shortly after college, but I've have family members that didn't have education in the Philippines, so they did end up selling stuff. They never really went to college, so I learned through them, like reselling or making food and selling it in the street, or like I would work for my mom and just like we would sell street food or desserts and we make it at home. So I've been influenced, and so yeah, it was kind of in my heart that I want to eventually be my own boss, but I've kind of it was scary at first, and people think that what's normal is go to college, work for someone, after college. So I gave it a try as a project manager, and it was too stressful for me, and I realized I don't want to keep helping someone make millions. I'd rather just like work for myself and eventually maybe get there.
I love it. I love it. And I love everything that Let's Roar stands for. But you've done such a great job with Let's Roar. Is this like your first time doing something this big? I mean, is this your first startup, or did you have something that you did before as a business and then you got into Let's Roar?
This is my very first startup.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow. I gotta say, you knocked it out the park great.
Thank you.
People really need to check out Let's Roar. And hopefully I'll be able to put a link in here, somewhere over here for them to check it out because it's awesome. I really appreciate you taking time to share this information. But before we go, I have one last question. Do you have any words of encouragement for young entrepreneurs or seasoned entrepreneurs like myself that want to follow in your footsteps?
I think for me is to just start. I had trouble with like, oh, I don't want to start yet because I don't have this or this, or like the perfectionism mindset, or like, I think it's just start. Take one step at a time. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone and ask people, other business owners. Literally, I went up to people and asked them, oh, how did you get into this? Or how does like rent work in this space? And that's how I got into the mall. I asked other business owners and they were so helpful. Lily Foster and T.S. Candle's home studio. They're the two ladies that have really helped me a lot. So I want to give them a shout out. But yes, just ask questions, go for it, take it step by step, day by day, because that's what I did over the years. And I can't believe that it got me to a point that I could open a whole store within just 4 months, 5 months of doing my business full time as a 23-year-old. So
Wow, you really give me hope and inspiration. And you also make me feel so much better for walking up to you in the store and saying, hey, how did you start doing this stuff? So thank you for that. I only have like 5 to 7 minutes to ask questions now because I can ask you questions forever. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. Keep doing what you're doing. Know that you have an ally and a fan in me for life. And let's roar, people. Roar, sound off, and go to the store. You'll love the stuff. And it's available online. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. And that's all we have with Chocolate Buddha.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Yay. See you soon.
All right.